While the U.S. saw more job openings in May than were expected, the number is lower than it was a year ago by about 1.2 million positions that were open. So if you're looking for a job, what do you need to know about the current labor market? Joining me now, we've got Phoebe Gavin, who is the career and leadership coach, joining us here today. Phoebe, great to see you, and thanks so much for hopping on Yahoo Finance with us. First and foremost, let's just go back to the data here. What does the current JOLTS number tell you about the economy?
Well, if we're looking at the macro economy, the big picture, it tells us a lot. But for individuals, it doesn't tell us very much. It can feel like these numbers are divorced from the day-to-day experience of actual job seekers. And so it is really important for individuals to go a couple layers down and look at your local area and look at what these numbers look like in your specific industries. And of course, that information might have a little bit more lag.
So what are some tips for people, even in this market, where they're kind of looking at this report and seeing some of the areas where openings are either being brought off the table or where there are just some contractions in those openings? What are some tips for people to find jobs in this market?
Well, the number one thing to keep in mind is that you have to strap in for a longer job search than you might be used to. There is going to be more competition for the positions that you are interested in, especially if you are in an industry that has had some shocks over the last couple of years. And so focus on quality over quantity so that your job search can be sustainable over time. If you send out as many applications as you can, it can be very exhausting. And then those applications tend to be lower quality, which then reduces your callback rate and makes you feel even more depleted in your job search. So definitely focus on quality over quantity. And if you're looking for shortcuts, there's nothing wrong with that, because putting effort into these job applications can be quite tiring, but you want to make sure that those are shortcuts that save you time without sacrificing quality. And lastly, it's really important to rely on your network.
Where are you seeing employers hire the most right now?
So we are seeing some industries rebound better than others. I am anecdotally in my own practice, I'm definitely seeing more action happening in hospitality and travel, things that are connected to entertainment. I am seeing much less growth and much less success for my career coaching clients who are in the tech, entertainment, and journalism media industries. Again, those are industries that have experienced a lot of shocks over the last 2 years. And so there are more opportunities in the market, but there's also a lot more competition because of all of the people who lost their jobs due to layoffs in those industries over the last couple of years.
You know, for those out there that are sensing shifts in the labor market and where certain jobs are rolling off and certain ones are becoming available as the advent of new technology creates that, and we see that cycle in and cycle out. For people who are trying to figure out how to AI-proof their career, what are ways that they can either lean into certain elements of artificial intelligence in their own career trajectory, or ways that they can make sure that it's not going to come and take their job?
Well, there's no way for you to control how AI affects your industry, but you get to decide how you engage with this technology. You get to decide if you're going to take the time to learn how to use it well in your personal and professional life, if you're going to stay on top of how new tools and technology are being developed alongside the skill set that you leverage at work. And if you are on top of that, if you really try to stay at the forefront of that, then you'll know what adjustments you need to make in your own career to make sure that you have the opportunities that you want to, or that you transition away from that career if it doesn't seem to be as promising as you would like for it to be. But it really does start with taking the time to learn how to use this tool. It's not a great idea to wait for it to happen to you. Take some ownership and agency over your professional development in your career so that this doesn't take you on a blind side.
Great advice. Career and leadership coach Phoebe Gavin. Phoebe, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Certainly.